Could Deion Sanders actually become the head coach at North Carolina? Yesterday, North Carolina dropped an absolute bomb of a report, firing head coach Mack Brown after 6 seasons. Brown will be finishing the year up against NC State and possibly coaching in whatever bowl game the Heels end up in. Carolina is currently 6-5 with no real guide as where to go next. Most people believe that Mack Brown would call it a career after this season, as he is getting up there in age, but that's not what happened. We unfortunately had to fire Mack Brown, but he did what he was supposed to do. He is the greatest coach in North Carolina history, and he brought stability back to this program. He made us respected on the national stage in his second stint. However, it was his time to go. His recruiting classes have only gotten worse over time. I mean, Carolina was supposed to have the second worst recruiting class in the ACC for this upcoming year. The game is evolving, and he's not willing to adapt, and I hate that we did have to fire him and he couldn't just walk away, but we had to do what we had to do. So the big question is, who should be the next coach at North Carolina? Who should be Mack Brown's replacement? And there has been one name that has been floating around a little, picking up some traction on X, and that is none other than Deion Sanders. Man, oh man, as a diehard North Carolina fan, I will tell you that I would love to have Deion Sanders come coach my Tar Heels, and I don't think I need to explain why, but just in case I do, the guy's been successful everywhere he's coached. He turned Jackson State around in 2 years. He's doing the same thing at Colorado. They're currently 7-3. He is a marketing machine. No one brands themselves better in today's market than Deion Sanders. So you combine him and the Jordan brand, that's just too easy. He will be able to continue that foundation that Mack Brown built, that stability, with really great recruiting classes. I think you're going to see that if he comes to North Carolina. You will see the most energy you have ever seen from a North Carolina team. And to the naysayers saying this can't happen, blah, 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 Deion would never leave Colorado, can I just ask you why? Why wouldn't he leave Colorado? He is not from Colorado. He did not go to Colorado. He did not play with the Broncos. It is not like he has this emotional tie. Shedeur is going to be in the NFL, so he's not going to be worrying about him. So there will be nothing stopping Coach Prime from at least branching out and seeing what's available. You might say, well, Deion Sanders isn't going to leave the Big 12 to go to the ACC. Well, if you actually look at the two conferences side by side, the Big 12 has 0 football powerhouses to compete with. I mean, you look at the rankings, you'll see it. Without Oklahoma and Texas, there are very few quality teams in the Big 12. In the ACC, you've got Clemson, you've got Miami, 2 likely playoff picks. So if you're looking at it from a competition standpoint, it would actually favor Deion Sanders to head to Chapel Hill. Call me a biased fan because I totally am, but I don't think this is unlikely as it seems. And if I'm the athletic director at UNC, I am calling all my biggest donors and I am saying, hey, look, give everything you can give. We are throwing the bag at Deion Sanders. We will do whatever it takes to get him here, get him a raise, give him all the NIL money to recruit. Heck, name the freaking stadium Deion Sanders Field. I don't care. We're going to target him because if we land him, our program changes forever. Now, Carolina fans, don't get too excited yet. This is all speculation. There has been no official reports that this is even a possibility. I'm just telling you the opportunity is laid out and it's there and it's not as far off as you might think. I mean, I never thought John Calipari would ever leave Kentucky to go to Arkansas, but guess what? Money makes you do some crazy things. I'm not getting my hopes up yet, but I also know how crazy college football is in 2024, so I do not believe that it is completely out of the question that Deion Sanders is a Tar Heel in 2025.